Well, here we are the first morning here in South Africa. We got in late last night, going out to the range this morning to get familiar with the firearms and make sure they're on, and then out for our first safari. So it should be interesting. Whose is better?
Just saw some really good bugs and I'm about to try to go set up. I'm really nervous. Tore that tree up. We'll get them next time.
So clean miss. Off to the next one. Plenty of impala to find before the sun goes down.
Just scared all the ones in this part of the woods.
I'm just curious, like, did you feel steady?
Yeah, I felt pretty steady, but I hit a tree instead of the animal.
But the tree was behind the animal.
Just telling me go shoot them. So let's just
Can't wait for your turn.
just spotted one of those impala that we were after earlier and couldn't get a shot at. We spotted him on the backside. So we're off trying to make this happen right before sunset.
beautiful impala.
Beautiful shot.
Yeah. Perfect. On the money. Well done. Well done. Well done. That was a difficult shot, but you made it happen. Well freaking done. There we go.
Wow.
Yeah, very nice buck, eh? Flare's nice open on the top there. Very, very nice.
I didn't see any blood on the ground. Did it
Yeah,
not bleed?
very little blood. Difficult, it's getting late, so we had a very limited time. So I scanned the brush line. Couldn't pick up any blood. Looked on the track for a while. Looked like it went that way, and when I came around, could see the horn sticking out of the grass, and excited.
Awesome.
Very nice shot, though, eh?
Yeah. That's where the picture said
Yeah.
to shoot.
Well done. I could see the reaction when you hit him. You could definitely tell, hey, you hit him hard. Awesome.
Well, we
Wow,
shot through
God.
a bunch of brush, so thank,
Well done, Audrey.
thank you.
Well done.
So we're closing out the first day here in South Africa. It's been a beautiful day, a great experience. We've seen a lot of animals from giraffes and impalas and gemsbuck, very abundance of wildlife. But we were after impala this afternoon, and we spotted a few our first trip out. Just couldn't make it work and didn't get back on the truck. Went to a new area, and they keep telling us here the 5th time off the truck is the magical time. I told them it was going to happen in the 3rd one, and that's when we ended up having the miss. And we actually spotted this guy on our 2nd stop, and just couldn't get in right position. The sun was bad for us, and we ended up circling back around and got back on him right here before dark. And Audrey made a great shot. It was a tough shot through some brush, and she did good. So great way to close out our first day here in Africa. Day 2 in Africa. Going after gemsbuck this morning. See what we can do on this beautiful morning. It's a little chill in the air. We'll break out our gloves. Probably low 40s this morning. Clear blue skies. It won't take long for it to warm up, but gonna enjoy the morning out. See if we have any luck. Pick up where we left off yesterday. Got a new person behind the gun, aka me, and a new camera girl. See if we can lay down some good footage today and get this hopefully harvest on film. So keep your fingers crossed. After a long morning hunt after the elusive gemsbuck hiding in the brush and people sleeping on the job. We're back after it, day number 2, second half afternoon, a couple hours before dark. We had good movement yesterday. See what happens today. Day two's coming to an end. We had a lot of great scenic views. The Gemsbuck just didn't want to cooperate today. Tomorrow's a new day. Day number 2 in the books.
Really good area. We've seen really large kudu and a old Gemsbuck that have worn its horns. So kudu was just a little too big, and the Gemsbuck just its horns wasn't where we wanted them to be. So I'm gonna tuck in this brush blind and enjoy the morning hunt.
All right, here we are on our 3rd day here in South Africa. Day 2, we chased these guys all day long and just couldn't make it happen, and tried to do some spot and stalk. And today we took a little different tactic. We did something like we do back home, just made a little ground blind and sat in this field that had a couple watering tanks in it. And from the time we sat down to the time that we made this shot, I mean, there were game coming in from kudu to impala and Gemsbuck. We had a Gemsbuck that came in first 10 minutes. It just wasn't quite large enough, and we were watching some kudu behind us, and I caught some movement in the brush here, and a Gemsbuck came out, and we wanted to make sure there was nothing else with it. And then this one walked out. This one was just a little bit bigger. This is a female Gemsbuck, and from what I'm told, it's one of the larger ones around. So very happy with this animal. I made a good shot. It didn't leave out of the field. Probably went 40-50 yards before it it hit the ground. So very excited, first African animal, and still have a few more days to go. So can't thank Zwei and Chum enough for setting this up for us today and coming out here and enjoying just a beautiful day here in South Africa. Chum, was that thing heavy?
Yeah, it's heavy.
All right, we just settled back in at the blind after we loaded up the Gims buck, and now we're gonna sit and wait and see if a kudu doesn't come in this afternoon. It's right around lunch, so that's typically when these kudu come in on this property to this field and this watering tank and stuff. So we've seen some nice kudu in here, just waiting for the right one and the right opportunity. So got a little shade cover in here, create some shadows, hid pretty well. So we'll see what happens the rest of the afternoon, and maybe our cameraman back here will be awake and not take a nap. So we'll see.
Closing it out, day 3 here in Africa.
It's day 4 in South Africa. We are on the hunt for kudu, for William, which is apparently a really hard animal. So we are walking through some of the worst brush that you have ever seen. I mean, this stuff is like Satan's fingernails. It just grabs you as you're walking by. It's got everything here. It has thorns on it. It hurts. I lost track of how much poop I've stepped into. So, I'm really hoping that this is going to pay off with a beautiful kudu animal. So, stay tuned.
So we're taking a little bit different tactic today. We went down to the local farm. It is a sunflower farmer who is got these huge sunflower fields right here behind me, and there's these big thickets in between each of the fields. And what we're doing is just kind of stalking through these thickets, trying to find the elusive gray ghost, aka kudu. So we've seen a few, but no bulls, just some cows. So this is going to be an adventurous day.
We just got done running through the brush, chasing a kudu. That was an adrenaline rush. Hoping we can find it here in the next little bit. He ran off.
So we just jumped these bulls in this brush that we saw. It broke before we had a chance to get a shot. So now what we're doing is, we're not sure if they've crossed this road yet or not. So Zwei is on the hood of the truck looking for the track to find out if they crossed this road. And if they did, we're gonna follow it. If not, we're gonna go back where they went into the brush originally and pick up the track and see if we can't get them at least across one of these roads or something, have a little drive going. So the adventure continues for the great kudu.
Just spotted a really good bull, and we're trying to ease through the brush. It's right on the edge of this opening. We're trying to get there before he does.
How'd you feel on the shot? You're a little shaky, I saw.
A little bit, but I felt good.
Here we are, day 4 here in South Africa. It's been an eventful last few days trying to chase a kudu, trying to find the right one to take out of the herd, and it's been a challenge. We've chased them through the brush and had been on the wrong side of the wind, and finally was able to bring it all together and make it happen here this afternoon right after lunch. It's a beautiful animal. They're so cool to watch, but man, once you get up real close to them and really see how massive they are, very, very beautiful animal, and happy to be able to have harvested this. It was a tough shot, 150 yards off shooting sticks. It took me a little while to get settled in, but finally was able to make the shot, and he ran about 100 yards and crashed, so easy track job for us today. So can't thank these guys enough for all they've done. We've got 3 animals down to this point. All of them have been significant trophies, so couldn't be happier with our time here. So day and a half left, so we'll see what else we can get into here in South Africa.
So you guys can come have a look. If you look down the spiral, yeah, all the way down, you can see all the way to his eye, clear. So those kudu can look up that spiral and see where they're pointing their horns and break the branches. So if you come around and point the camera, you'll see exactly what I mean. Right down the center there, all the way you can see it right up to the eye.
That's fascinating.
Yeah, very unique. Yeah, we have beautiful creation of God. Kudu bull. This bull we've got here is at least 12 years old. One thing unique about the kudu, they've got these unique markings on their face. If you put your hand on the side of the face with your fingers at the back, so there's only 4 animals that do it. So kudu, bushbuck, nyala, sometimes on the eland. So what happens is, what we say in South Africa is, when God created the kudu, the nyala and the bushbuck, when he touched the animal on the face and put his hands around and touched the side there, he said, "You're my animal." And when every touch turned white, so you have this clear marking on the side there with the 4 fingerprints and the thumb that comes over the face line. It's very unique. Not all the animals have it. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. Very nice kudu bull.
So this morning, our last morning here in Africa, Audrey's trying to get her a blessed buck. And what we're doing is, these blessed bucks like to come out in these open areas and feed. And we're kind of stalking on the edge of the brush, trying to get here and look and see if we can spot a blessed buck and then make a move on him. So that's kind of the tactics this morning. shot. Good shot.
We are on our last hunting day here in South Africa. We started our morning in this field here and there was nothing. So we found another area, made a stalk, but spooked some of the blessbuck out of that field. We thought they might circle back and come to this open field here. So we circled around, found this guy and some of his friends out in the field and made a stalk, and then a 180-yard shot, drop kill. Pretty great way to end our time here in South Africa. So we've had a great trip. William and I both killed some beautiful trophy animals, and we can't thank the folks here at Wild Wildebeest Lodge enough. They've been awesome.
Wing shooting, South Africa. That's the way we do it in the States, right there in the head.
No, she called him real redneck.
I said in Alabama we call him a redneck.
Good stuff.
Take it back on.
Well, there you go. Almost.